So, in preparation for this conversation, I watched The Shining last night for
Oh,
the
that's
first
good.
time. Yeah,
What?
yeah.
The first time?
The
Are you kidding me?
first time I ever saw
Jesus.
it. I'm trying. Okay, this is like real talk. The reason I want to
Yes.
have you on too is like I want to get into film and movies a little bit more. I feel like I a lot of times I don't remember what
Mm-hmm.
happens, and a lot of times too I feel like I know how everything's gonna go, so it's like it feels like a
Mm-hmm.
waste of time to me. I think really what it is that I'm just not finding movies in particular that I know I would
Mm-hmm.
enjoy in a way, or
Mm-hmm.
learning more about all the things that go into it. So so I took your advice and I watched The Shining.
Yeah. What do you
Even
think?
right when it came on. So right when it comes on, there's this like these shots of the landscape in like the mountains and like Colorado, and it has this really eerie music
Yes.
and these like deep off-putting notes. So
Yes.
it's like the sound, they're communicating to you right away that this is going to be a little spooky, right?
Yes.
I took notes on it too, by the way.
Oh, that's cool. Tell me about it.
Okay.
Give me your opinion on it.
Okay, so I something that struck me is I
Mm-hmm.
really love the symmetry of the shots. Like
Yeah.
like all the shots are very symmetrical, and like when you're in the hotel, first of all, this building, the hotel, uh it's beautiful, and it's weird to see it because it was filmed, or it came out in 1980. So I don't know if it was like a
Mm-hmm.
contemporary, if it looked contemporary at
Yes.
the time, but now it looks like a total like a lot of times bars, they'll decorate it to make you feel like you're
Yeah.
in this decade or that one. So it's definitely
Mm-hmm.
like the 70s or 60s, something like that. And it had a lot of like browns and oranges and like uh green, like greens that were that like olive color a little bit. But everything in the shots, like if you're looking at a room, it's like the lights match up perfectly, and you can see a lot of the perspective in these things. And even in the shots, I really enjoy. I noticed that they used this technique of like following the subject
Mm-hmm.
in this like
Yes.
continuous shot. So you're seeing the back of them. So those stuck out to me right away. What are your thoughts?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. I think that is what's so beautiful about film. It is a very visual medium. And I think that, of course, we like to see pretty things. And even if we're looking at something sort of like spooky, it has to be aesthetically pleasing to the eye. And I
Yeah,
think that's the reason for those shots, right? Because they want to show you, as an audience member, where you have to be looking at. So it's also the camera work just guiding you to where your eye should be looking at or be directed to. That is the beauty of it. I love it. What else do you think? What else? Did you
okay,
like the
so
story itself? Did you enjoy
so I was concerned right away
it?
that there's what do you call it, foreshadowing. So he's
Mhm.
meeting with the for those of you that haven't seen the movie before, uh so this guy watches over the hotel for the period. This is up in Colorado in the mountains, and
Estes.
oh, Estes, okay, yeah, I've been over there.
Yeah, it's supposed to be there. Yeah.
So for the summer everybody's there, but during the winter they like shut it down, and because it's very secluded, you can't with the snow get access to it. So they need someone to look it over. So this writer goes to it, and he's thinking, hey, I can use this as some time to clear my mind, isolation. I can get this writing done. And then they let him know that actually a guy went crazy and he killed his two daughters and his wife with an axe. And he's like, oh, okay, interesting note. And they say that, you know, the isolation was its what quote, there's a tremendous amount of isolation. Some people find solitude can be a problem. And he was like, no, not me. So you can see the foreshadowing, okay, where, you know, issues are going to come up. So my question was like, he's there till May, but he gets there maybe in what, December or January or something?
I think so. I think he gets there like around November, probably
November?
late November, early December, I will
Okay.
assume. I don't remember honestly. But yes, he's
So like,
there like for the entire winter.
so I don't know the answer this for sure, but like how much time passed until he like the final scene? Like it doesn't go to May, right? It's pretty quick.
No, yeah. I would say probably over a couple of weeks or months. I think it's I think they mention it in the film. I don't remember if they do. I didn't
It
watch it last
seemed to
night. I should
me,
have. You should have told me. You should have told me you were watching it so I could prepare myself.
uh well, it seemed like he started going crazy kind of early. And I felt because they were like they would flash on screen like Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday.
Yeah,
And it was like, I don't like you're gonna start going crazy after less than a week of being in isolation. I mean, come on. Like
yeah.
but then I thought throughout the movie, I thought they did a pretty good job of like showing in increments and then weaving it in with his son who's having these like psychic visions or powers or communicating. So I actually thought like they did a good job of like fixing that or like making it more
Hmm.
believable for me.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
now I'm curious. Do you know like the average amount of shots per movie or no? Or like per thriller movie
Oh
or
no. No, I don't know how many shots or how many takes they made the film. Usually when it comes to film, it can take you from over 2 months, over 2 years maybe to film a
well I mean
movie.
like so this was like a psychological kind of thriller drama. It
Hmm.
seemed like they used like a minimal amount of shots. Like they really used the like they didn't do a lot of what do you call that? Cuts back and forth. It was very like
Hmm.
it seemed very just they let it play out more.